Welcome to the Vegas Insider channel here on YouTube as we take a look at UFC 273 coming to Jacksonville, Florida on Saturday night. Kevin Rogers with you, and we are joined by our MMA betting expert, Adam Lykkesteen, who is here once again to look at the main card. We got 4 big fights to go over. And Adam, let's begin with the main event, featherweight battle. Alexander Volkanovski, he is a 1-7 favorite here against the Korean zombie, Jung. So what are your thoughts here on this battle?
Volkanovski is slowly starting to become more accustomed with the GOAT status of the division. He has those 2 wins over Holloway, and he seems to be getting better every time we see him perform. This is a pretty good matchup for him. I think he is going to be able to keep the fight on the feet. There's not really a wrestling threat coming at him from the zombie here, who's mostly a striker. So on the feet, I think Volkanovski has the far better numbers, at least the metrics tell us so. And he also likes to switch up the targets a lot, which will allow him to rack up a lot of some good numbers on the strike totals. And I think he's gonna steal the rounds and slowly but surely win a unanimous decision here. Of course, the zombie will always have a puncher's chance, and I think he is durable enough to go the distance here, but I do not see this fight ending in any other way than with Volkanovski as the winner. So I think Volkanovski via decision is the way to go here.
Now, taking a look at the bantamweight battle, another one a lot of people are going to be keeping their eye on here, Adam. It's Peter Yan against Aljamain Sterling. Last time they met up at UFC 259, Yan was disqualified in that fight, but now the second time around, Yan a big favorite. You think that Sterling can overtake him this time?
I really don't think so, and I think the betting market seems to be agreeing with me on that one. We have Jan, who's actually a bigger favorite than in the first fight, even though he didn't actually officially get the win. But I think we fans, everyone who has watched that fight, saw which way the momentum was shifting and which way the fight was starting to go. Sterling came out with a very high pace in the early going, but that takes a toll on you. And when the lactic acid starts setting in, we saw that Jan was playing a rope-a-dope, and he was coming on strong later and hurting Sterling very badly there. And I think we have to adjust that the narrative going into the first fight was that Sterling had this trump card, which was his grappling. But I think that narrative was completely shattered when we saw that Jan was actually also dictating the fight on the ground. So this is what I like to call a checkmate matchup. I don't see any particular clear paths to victory for Sterling. And I do think Jan will be able to apply that patented pressure and actually get the finish to settle the score once and for all. So I think Jan inside distance is the way to go here.
And let's take a look now at the final 2 fights on the main card. What quickly are your thoughts on those 2?
First of all, we have the Tecia Torres versus Mackenzie Dern fight. It's sort of a clash of styles. We have Mackenzie Dern, who is a really, really strong jiu-jitsu fighter, and Tecia Torres, who is a really solid striker. The thing with Mackenzie Dern that you have to be careful with when handicapping her is the fact that her wrestling is not really that great. At least it has not been so up until this point in her UFC run. Of course, when you're dealing with fighters under 30 in terms of age, there's always sort of an unexpected narrative like, is she going to improve a lot? I just don't think so. I think she's hit her ceiling. We've seen against Marina Rodriguez that she doesn't have what it takes to go up against these tougher strikers and keep up with them on the strike totals. And I do think we'll see her struggling to get Tecia Torres down. Tecia, who's also never been finished ever as a combat sports professional. So I do think that Dern will fall behind, and I think Tecia will rack up some volume and get the unanimous decision here.
All right, so a lot of big fights on the card coming up on Saturday night in Jacksonville, Florida. And we'll see if Alexander Volkanovski can pick up his 24th win in 25 tries. Some big favorites. And Adam Lykkesteen, you can find all his work at Vegas Insider covering UFC 273 as well as the rest of the MMA world. Adam, as always, thanks a lot for the time. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, there is Adam Lykkesteen. I am Kevin Rogers. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for all of our prediction videos. And as always, best of luck with your bets.